Hi everybody, my name is Nuala O'Donovan. Over my shoulder here is my colleague Lisa Kelly. We're both Sports Inclusion and Integration Officers with Dublin City Sport and Wellbeing Partnership. So at the moment we're all at home, we're looking for activities and games to do. So we're going to take you through a whole series of games and activities that you can do at home with equipment that you already have at home. So CARA have the tree model. So CARA are the national governing body in Ireland for sports inclusion, and they promote the tree model, which is teaching, rules, equipment and environment. These are all things you can change to make your sports more inclusive. So today we're going to look at equipment and look at things that you have at home and how you can use them to create fun games. You'll see Lisa has some beanbags and some hula hoops. You might be used to doing this in school, where you have target games and you're throwing the beanbags into the hula hoops for different points. But if you're at home, most people don't have beanbags and hula hoops, so you can take up a rolled up pair of socks and rob some utensils from the kitchen and throw them into pots, pans, bowls, buckets, flower pots, whatever you can find, and you've got the same kind of game.
Thank you. We got this net here from one of the local charity shops for €5, but you can use anything that you have at home to make up a net, whether it's some chairs or a piece of rope. But we're going to show you how we do it with our net that we got from our local charity shop. So we have a ball here, and Nuala's going to throw it over the net, and I'm going to hit it back with 2 hands.
Another game we have for you today is Frisbee. I know a lot of people are at home on their own at the moment. You don't actually need a partner to play Frisbee with. You can play a game of disc golf. On your own, you can go to an isolated area with lots of space, put a target up on a tree or up on a lamppost somewhere and see how many times you have to throw the disc to hit the target. Just bear in mind that if you don't have a Frisbee, there are loads of alternatives you can use. One of the most popular is the lid off of a tin of sweets from Christmas, if anyone still has some lying around, or any little small plastic disc. So we'll give this a go. Oh, almost.
So the next game up we have is an obstacle course. Quite aware that most people have very small back gardens, may live in an apartment, may only have a little patio outside. So this is easily adaptable no matter what space you have. So like you see, Nuala behind me is going to start at the red cone. She's then going to jump when she gets to the next box. The next spot says jump. Next spot says balance. Next one she's going to leap. She's going to walk around to the next one. She's going to throw her sock into her kitchen pot, follows the sock along, picks up her bean bag at the bucket and into the circle and back to the start. So we can play this in teams, we can play 1v1, or we can do it on our own and time ourselves and see can we get faster as we go along.
Okay, so the weather's been quite nice. If you've got the opportunity to get outside, here's a good game for a bit of sibling rivalry. First of all, we would like everyone to go into a squatting position, keep it a bit challenging on the legs, get your water going into your cup, and 3, 2, 1, go! You can walk as you go along, maintaining the squatting position. Woo!
So next up we have balloon tennis, again using your kitchen table. So the idea is that you'll hit it and it'll bounce off the table and go over to your partner.
Okay, so we're all used to going to bowling alleys and playing 10-pin bowling with pins that look a little bit like this, but we have lots of ways of playing bowling at home without pins and without bowling balls. So first up here we've got just regular skittles and a little hard ball. Next up with the green ball, then you can see there's water bottles. You just have a little drop of water in the end. You can roll that ball along. You can play bowling by kicking, so you could sit down or stay standing, kick the ball at the flower pot to try and knock the bottle off. Or finally, ring toss. Ring toss is a very, very fun game, but again, most of us don't have rings at home. What you can use instead is a hairband. Toss the hairband around the bottle and it works just like ring toss.
So most of you might be familiar with parachute games, however not all of us have parachutes. But what we do have is bed sheets. So it's a great fun family game. It can be played with 2 or 4 players. So what we can do is we can raise the parachute up from our hip height all the way up, and people can cross sides underneath it, or mammy and daddies can cross underneath it. We can play different games, counting games, number games, and all run under it. and have a great time. Also, we can add in some balls as well, so see who can get the ball out, and we can have teams. So I'll play against Nuala on this one. We'll throw the ball into the sheet and let's see who can get out over the other side. I think that's one for me.
Okay, so this game now will require you to get a little bit creative. What I have here are 2 pairs of socks rolled up in some wool. With one piece of wool, it's all attached together, and it's a variation of the game ladder golf. So you can play 2v2. I have it set up for one person here. You can see the targets. I have 10, 10's at the back, that's the easiest to get. 30 is in the middle, and then 20. So you throw your socks and string, and you want them to land like this over 1 or 2. You don't want them to cross over multiple scoring zones. So you've got your 20 scoring zone, your 30 scoring zone, and then your 10 scoring zone at the end.
So as you can see from any of the games that we played today, we used the tree model, so you can adapt your rules, your equipment, or your environment. You can use anything from your household items or anything that you may find in your garden to play all these games. They're easily adaptable. It's just about thinking outside the box.